And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. In motion goes the tight end. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. This defense for the Bears very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. He'll get this off to Swift, and he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. The Vikings send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over. At their own 36-yard line. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll go play action here with Williams. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
And even though this is a top-5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the 1st down.
Here's Williams. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That is incomplete. You look at this defense for the Vikings. And they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third and 5. To throw, it's Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Pacheco. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Off the option, that's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You look at this Bears defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. Looking to throw McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Here's a 2nd and 5. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now with a first down pickup of 8. The Vikings at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. On play action. Now McCarthy. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
2nd and 10. Here's McCarthy. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll send the tight end in motion. Play action. Now Williams. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Williams. Gonna look deep here for Pacheco. Rifles one, and that's gonna be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up Sackett. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Vikings 3.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. He'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On play action, McCarthy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time. And you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Santos now to add the PAT. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And they'll bring it down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Swift going to try up the middle. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a toss play right to Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
And this one's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Throwing is McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
To the air with McCarthy. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Probably a little bit of a surprise call there on 3rd and inches that they decided to throw the football. And how difficult is that for an offensive line when they look up and see all those extra bodies coming at them?
Tons of bodies coming in. They get a huge sack there. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And they will take over 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Williams. Pryor has it complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 52 2 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit?
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. He may go. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead is now 24.
Next to score, Bears 47, Vikings 3. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
1st down, and they go with Swift again.
They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7. To the air, Williams. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Vikings 3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Pacheco gets it again on second down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Looking to throw is Williams. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Running left to give to Pacheco.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Throwing to start the drive.
McCarthy.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
David Ojabo.
His 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw.
McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Addison.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw.
McCarthy.
And that'll be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy.
Eluding the pressure right.
It is caught by Shaheed. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Bears' 29-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Let's go. Smash, smash.
On the handoff, this is Swift. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Looking to throw McCarthy. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The Vikings on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. But with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly...
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
DeAndre Swift. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Pacheco once again.
Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one is over.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Isaiah Pacheco,
27 yards.
And the Bears are looking to run it to 5-1 on the season as they add to their 4th quarter lead. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign.
Santos with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But
look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Swift. No signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. And McCarthy going to sneak it. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
J.J. McCarthy scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 156 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, it's Williams. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Well, CD, remember, he had a touchdown earlier, but that was in a much more conventional manner. This time picking up the fumble and taking it in for 6.
Yeah, he bailed his team out with the scoop and score right there. Multiple touchdowns in this game for him, and he's not complaining how he got it done.
Santos now to add the PAT. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Vikings 17. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. And he will find his man on the outside. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. To the air again, McCarthy. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box. Touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes